Marvel Rivals just came out, so let's just jump into a tier list and put them with some characters that might come out in the future. I think it's a pretty cool idea. I did this a while back to see who would come in there, and I actually got a lot of them that ended up being even in before the release. So let's just jump into it. I am Japan. Do tier list here, and this one's a little bit. I guess I don't know even say it's unique. I like Marvel Rivals. I stream it a lot, but I haven't made as much tier list to it. So we're gonna jump into putting characters that I believe that should be in the game and shouldn't be in the game. A lot of them just sometimes don't fit, and sometimes it's just kind of depending on what kind of skills I can put into it, if it will be good. So let's just jump into here. So War Machine, I think is an absolute yes. I think it's automatically he's gonna be in it. He's automatically has a team up with Iron Man. It fits really well. His kit could easily be a damage type thing, and it wouldn't be hard to put in the game. I think it's absolutely gonna happen at some point. Next up, we have Falcon. Falcon's an interesting one because I feel like Falcon would definitely be in the game, but would it be like his Captain America thing, or does he like maybe if he gets a team up with Captain America, he also gets a shield? I think there could be some stuff here. I think Falcon's a yes for me. She-Hulk, I feel like would also fit really well in the tank roles. I don't know necessarily if she brings anything that Hulk doesn't. I mean, she doesn't like depower, so she wouldn't be maybe the same. So I feel like there could be a a thing for her. So I'm gonna go yes. Obviously, with having the Hulk in the game, that would be a good team up thing automatically. Vision, yeah, I feel like Vision's pretty solid. I think there's some of these are just like yeah. I mean, there's not really much to say. Vision would overall have some good skills and be able to pass through stuff. Could make just unique abilities that nobody else has. Um, I don't know who this is. Is this Sheng Li? Uh, I don't actually know. I'm gonna go with no because I don't really know. I honestly don't know that character from the. It looks like it's the comic one, so I can't really quite tell myself. Ant Man. I think Ant Man would be pretty sick, like being able to turn big and turn small and can do some crazy stuff. I would be down to see Ant Man in the game. Wasp, again, I think would just be a solid DPS. Maybe moving small and moving around the map could be interesting. So I think, yeah, solid, yes. This version of four with I forgot what his name is. Billy Ray, right? I think it's a maybe. I feel like out of all the different fours that we can have, it's definitely not one of my top priorities, but I wouldn't be against it. Then we got Jane Foster's four. I I I don't know how much different she is than for himself. So like, do you really need both characters in there? I'll put it maybe. Obviously, you'd have the good power ups and stuff, so it could work. Next up, you have Captain Marvel. I think that's for sure going to happen at some point. Then we also have the other Captain Marvel, but the younger version. She has definitely some different abilities. So I think having both in the game would fit. Nova, I think obviously will definitely be in there. Kind of would play like not Superman. I said Superman, then went to Spider Man. Neither of them. Iron Man, but could still definitely have its own reason to be in the game. Luke Cage, I think again, that'd be a pretty cool tank. I feel like we could get some really good power in there. I don't know how he would necessarily play much different than other characters, but if you're just looking for like a solid person to like fill in the tank roles, I don't really see them being a problem with that. This monkey, I actually don't know what it is. I don't really think it needs to be in the game, so no. Sari, I think is automatically going to be in the game because like she's already in the cut screen, like or like the title screen or titles card for like certain maps. I think she would work. I don't remember his character, but I'm gonna go with no. I don't think it's really necessary needed. Taskmaster, if they're gonna put more villains in it, Taskmaster would definitely be one to put in there. Maybe having some sort of ability where you can copy other people's move sets fairly often. That would be kind of cool. And then maybe taking a reduction to that character that he copies. So if he copies Spider-Man moveset, then Spider-Man attacks him, then it'd be reduced. I don't know. That could be a cool thing. Red Skull. I'm gonna go maybe on Red Skull. I think he's definitely a character that would be warranted to be in the game. I just don't really see why you need him in there. This guy, actually don't know who the hell this is, so I'm gonna go with no. MODOK, I could see that there's a world. I'm not a big fan. I don't need it. I wouldn't crave it. The Destroyer, I think is his name. It was one in 4-1. Uh, I'd say maybe if you're really desperate for tank heroes, you can. Yellow Jacket. I think Yellow Jacket could work. I mean, like shooting DPS, there's just so much you can do with it, and it wouldn't be necessarily a bad thing if you're running out of space. I don't think Marvel's ever going to run out of that, but you never know. This is one what from Ant-Man 2. She can pass through walls. I could see a maybe. I don't know if she's that popular enough. I know the Thunderbolts are going to be coming out, and she's in it, so maybe that would bring it. Killmonger. Honestly, I wouldn't really care if he's in the game. This guy, don't know who this is. I'm gonna go with no. Ultron, I think it's almost guaranteed he's gonna be in the game. I forget what his name is. He's that big bad guy. Has some, kind of different cosmic flame abilities, if I'm not mistaken. I can see yes being in there. Thanos, yeah. I mean, it's all just snaps and then everybody in a certain radius, like half the people die. That'd be kind of a cool, interesting thing. Gamora, honestly, could definitely fit in there. I think more of the Guardians will definitely be in there. Drax, I think, definitely gets the call. Nebula, I would say it's 50-50. She could possibly. Ronan the Accuser, don't think is necessary. I'm going to go with no. This guy, I forget exactly what his name is. I'm going to probably go with no. Miles Morales is an absolute yes. Gwenpool is an absolute, or not Gwenpool, just Gwen Stacy. God, I was automatically thinking Gwenpool would also be good, but I don't think she's on this list. So yeah, both of the spiders, they have somewhat unique, different stuff, and cosmetically, they have so much stuff you could use for them. So they're definitely Miles Morales more than Gwen, but I don't think it's not Spider Ham. I can see them doing it, but I hope not. Green Goblin, yes, I think Green Goblin has some cool things. Doc Ock, I think would also be pretty cool. Electro, we don't have any electric abilities, so yeah, I don't see there'd be a problem. Sandman could be really fun. Man, Spider-Man has some cool villains. Mysterio, yeah, he has a lot of cool stuff. Illusions, could really kind of have like a Loki vibe where you could put different illusions out there, but maybe have some other type of things. There could be some cool stuff with it. Vulture, Vulture might be where I say maybe. I don't know. Vulture's pretty major in their storyline, but I don't think he's necessarily needs to be in there. Same thing with Lizard. They're good villains for Peter, but I don't think they necessarily need to be in this game. Rhino, again, could definitely be a tank if they need it, but I don't think. Like he's got like charging and stuff. I maybe like a Reinhardt film where he charges in. I could actually see that. Never mind. I talked myself into it. Morbius. I feel like his movie was such a disaster. It should be maybe. Black Cat, I think it's going to be an absolute yes. Just cosmetic alone, I think it's something. Craven the Hunter actually could possibly, I'd say yes, because of his movie coming out. It might be something they do. I forget his name. He's in Spider-Man the video game. I put maybe. I could see it. There's a lot of Spider-Man villains, so I really don't think all of them are going to get it. I put a lot in there. Carnage for sure, though, is Venom's in it. Got to do the symbiotes. I forget her name. I'm gonna go with very possibly maybe. I don't know. I don't know how big of how many symbiotes they want in it. Krill or Car? What? They even have it on his planet. They have they already have kind of hinted at him. I could see it being a yes. Kingpin. I'm gonna go with no. I don't feel like it's necessarily one. Daredevil, I mean, I would really like it if it's just Daredevil, but it's completely like just echo only, and you just do massive amount of damage, but you don't see anything on the map. That'd be kind of cool. Kind of messed up too. Ghost Rider, I would definitely want in the game. Blade, yeah. Elektra, I'd go maybe. I don't really necessarily feel like anything super crazy with her that absolutely needs her. I don't know who this is. I'm gonna have to go with no. I don't really know who it is, to be honest. Cyclops, I think it's definitely a yes. Jean Grey, yes. Beast, I would say maybe. I don't know. Gambit for sure for damage. He would be good. Rogue, I think they could do some crazy stuff with being able to zap powers and stuff, like kind of like Sombra's hack. Absolutely put Rogue in the game. Colossus, I kind of put like a lot of these big strong boys in the maybes because if they need big strong boys, I think he'd be good. If they don't need big strong boys, then they don't need to use him. Iceman, I'd put him in there. Nightcrawler, absolutely with the teleporting, that is essential. Quicksilver with the speed and stuff, I think needs to be in the game. Next up would be Deadpool. That is like my number one wish list one. I think we already probably got that confirmed somehow because it just feels like Deadpool has to be in the game. Cable, I could see Cable being in the game, kind of maybe working kind of like similar to Punisher or Soldier 76 in Overwatch. Mystique could be cool if you could copy the look at like your opponents and try to have some espionage type stuff. I think there could be a good mechanic there. Juggernaut, I think out of all the big strong boys, he's definitely one that should be in there. Sabretooth, I'd probably put in the maybe. Not necessary, but wouldn't be the worst. Blob, I'm going to go with no. He's not that popular. Toad, I'm gonna go with no. Could definitely be in the maybe. This dude that I can't remember his name, I'm gonna go with the no. I don't think he's super popular. This pterodactyl guy that's from X-Men, I'm gonna go with no also. Now he's Mr. Sinister is like kind of a bigger deal. I could see him being in the game, yes. Reed Richards, I think he's already been leaked, so I'm gonna go with the yes. Sue Storm, I think, is going to be guaranteed. Same thing. Honestly, I'm going to put all the Fantastic Four. I think you can't have one without the other. You got a tank, DPS support, perfect team comp. Silver Surfer, I could also see in the game. Doctor Doom, I think, is already pretty much guaranteed in the game. I forget what his name is. I'm going to go baby. I could see it. The Creole version of all four of those, or Scrolls, is a Scroll version. Yeah, I can see it. This one, I actually don't know who that is. I'm gonna go with no, and then Kang, I think, who'd definitely be in the game. I think they got look at there's a huge roster here, and yeah, I guess tell me who you're most excited about. I guess if I had to think who I'd want next, I think Deadpool would be fun just because it's Deadpool. Nightcrawler could be really cool aspect character changing the game around. Ant-Man could be interesting. Taskmaster, I mean, like a lot of these could have some really interesting like gravitational like changes to the game. So yeah, those are my picks. Tell me what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.